The need to improve the quality and quantity of goods and services available for consumption in Nigeria is critical in increasing total wealth and improving our well-being.
The National Productivity Center has the mandate to impact productivity consciousness in all sectors of the Nigerian economy, as well as build skills and competences for the enhancement of national and international competitiveness.
Productivity is teamwork. Let us join hands together to make Nigeria a productive and prosperous nation.
National Productivity Center, promoting productivity in our nation.
What limits you? Nothing. Who defines you? No one. Where can you go? Everywhere. With unlimited super-fast internet access, free Intel to Intel calls, and crystal clear quality conversations, you can do and be whatever you want to be.
Intel. Live more.
Let the African football action go on and on.
He was involved in the build-up.
Watch every daring save,
From Fabrice Ondor.
breathtaking tackle, and heart-stopping goal from Africa's finest footballers in their quest to conquer the cup. Live on Africa's very own streaming service. Sign up now at showmax.com.
Our pastors, our imams, in every church, in every mosque, please realize that in the course of praying for peaceful and transparent elections, we all have duties beyond prayers. If we want a stable society before, during, and after the elections, what should you be saying to those that worship with you? All Sundays and all Fridays, you are saddled with the responsibility of bringing up good generations. It is therefore your duty to both man and God to ensure peace all the time, no matter about elections alone. People talk to people and people listen. Talk to your followers. Make them listen to ensure peaceful 2023 elections. This message from the National Orientation Agency.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can watch ATA International live on your TV, computer, iPad, tablet and phone. Log on to visiontv.co.uk and click on Entertainment, then NTAI. You can also download the iOS or Android app on your mobile devices to watch NTA International on the go, anywhere in the world. NTA International, your window to the world.
We will take every action necessary.
Abuja Kaduna violent train attack. President Buhari spits fire as he again summons security chiefs.
Urge our people to remain vigilant and report any suspicious movements to security operatives.
An attack too many, says National Assembly, calls for bombardment of terrorist enclaves. Plus, Nigeria loses out of FIFA World Cup 2022 as it draws 1-1 with Ghana. Hello and welcome to NTA Network News. I am Ian Ray John in Abuja. Hingino John Adams is in Lagos and Kemi Akiwande joins us from Ibadan. Many thanks for joining us. And just before we hit the road, it's good you know that you can follow this news broadcast live on our website, nta.ng/live, and on our YouTube channel, NTA News Online. You can also visit our Twitter handle at NTA News Now. Facebook page is NTA Network News, and Instagram is NTA Network for updates. Now, terrorists have attacked Gidan train station and community along the Abuja-Kaduna rail track. The train, with the Minister of Transportation, Chibuke Rotimi Amechi, and his entourage heading to Abuja from the visit to the scene of yesterday's attack, was made to stop for some minutes before proceeding on the trip. Security personnel have been dispatched to the area. This is the second attack within 24 hours along the same axis. Similarly, President Muhammadu Buhari has been formally briefed on the violent terrorist attack on Abuja-Kaduna bound train Monday evening. The president, who was deeply worried over the incident, summoned an emergency meeting with the nation's security on facts and counter strategy. He directed the immediate conclusion of all the processes for the implementation of the integrated security surveillance and monitoring solution for all the active railway lines in the country. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
At the emergency meeting were all the service chiefs led by the Chief of Defense Staff, Inspector General of Police, Director General, Department of State Services, and other critical stakeholders. The security chiefs are here after visiting the scene of the incident on a fact-finding mission. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, had told the President that the criminal elements laid improvised devices which exploded along the rail track, thereby immobilizing the Kaduna-bound passenger train.
And 7 Nigerians were killed, 29 others were wounded, and some have been abducted. We are yet to establish the exact number. So we inspected the entire episode and gave out instructions as to what is to be done, and we have come to brief Mr. President on these developments.
President Muhammadu Buhari had made it clear that he will not hand over a security-challenged Nigeria to the next administration, describing the terrorist attack on the Kaduna-bound train as unfortunate and intolerable. The president directed the nation's armed forces and other security services to at all times remain alive to their responsibilities.
We believe that the lessons out of this is what we need to build upon going forward. I can reassure the nation that based on Mr. President's directive, that we will take every action necessary. It's not just to apprehend those who are behind this dastardly act, but for them to also face justice. Going forward, certainly there will be a greater security for the nation, and I'd like to urge everyone to go about their normal duties.
This is the first time a passenger train will be attacked by terrorists along the Abuja-Kaduna rail line. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Meanwhile, business activities associated with Rigasa train station have been paralyzed as a result of suspension of services announced by the Nigerian Railway Corporation following the attack on Abuja-Kaduna train. Let's join Achari Maxwell for a situation report.
The Gasa train station, which used to be a beehive of activities, is now a shadow of itself following the suspension of operations along the Kaduna-Abuja corridor.
Meanwhile, some family members have intensified search for their loved ones who are suspected to be missing in the aftermath of the attack.
I'm here to check the situation about my 2 boys that boarded the train from Iduyad in Abuja down to Kaduna yesterday, which the train that's supposed to take off around 6:10, which is supposed to be here by 8:14. Then on getting here, when they're supposed to arrive, then we discovered that there's a problem and we couldn't find them, couldn't get them. We have gone to 44 military hospital to check if there's any update, but we can't find them. We check the mortuary there, and we go to St. Gerard Hospital in order to check them. But all our efforts is availed. So that's the reason why we come back to railway station in order to get more information how we can find them.
This man is among affected passengers and traumatized. He is at the Rigasa train station in search of his personal belongings.
For now, intending passengers have to wait until things have been sorted out. In Kaduna, Achari Maxwell, NTA News.
And still on the attack, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has visited the victims of Kaduna train attack and pledged renewed commitment to halt every act of insecurity in the country. Umar Ajinge reports.
The Vice President Yemi Osinbajo was in Kaduna less than 24 hours after the train attack. While commiserating with victims at Fort 4 Army Reference Hospital, as well as St. Gerard Catholic Hospital, Kaduna, the Vice President said the federal government is all out to deal with the merchants of conflict. He said the dark days are over and enough is enough, as government will no longer be taken for granted.
We must continue to provide the kind of security and surveillance that is required on the rail tracks, and that of course is something that we are very actively doing to ensure that we have a comprehensive plan for protecting rail tracks and protecting all of our transport assets everywhere. We've been around to see some of the victims of this very tragic incident, but and many of them, of course, are recovering very well, and we're very happy to see that the state government has taken on the responsibility of medical
Nigerians in defeating the enemies. Governor Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai, who accompanied his guests, described the attack as callous and barbaric. In Kaduna, Umar Ajingi, NTA News.
Sadly, 8 persons have been confirmed dead and 41 hospitalized as a result of injury from the attack on the Abuja-Kaduna train. Minister of Transportation Chibuike Rotimi Amechi, who visited the scene of the attack in Ridana, decried the delay for the approval of the digital security system along the corridor. Oyinaya Kaluoka brings us details.
Bullet holes, shattered windows and doors at the locomotive and the 11 coaches of the train attacked. Shells from the explosion and property of the passengers littered everywhere. 2 trains actually derailed yesterday night. This one behind me was the one that was attacked and the coaches derailed, but the locomotive is still intact. Then the one that is behind my camera, which is going to pan to show you, was actually coming for rescue at about 1:30 early morning. The driver didn't notice that there was a blast and the train derailed completely. Minister of Transportation Chibuike Rotimi Amechi disclosed that 8 persons died from the attack and 41 who sustained injury hospitalized, with 398 passengers named on the manifest, 362 confirmed boarded, excluding the train crew.
8 persons died, all trying to make contact with those who are on the manifest. There are a few persons who are not on the manifest, but those who are on the manifest, calls have been made to confirm those who have been kidnapped and those who are not kidnapped.
The minister was saddened by the incident.
But the government needs, or those agencies that need to give us approvals, because we need to purchase these items, we need to install. No matter how the cost, you can't equate it to the 7-8 lives that are lost. The equipments were just 3 billion naira. We're about to also place one order for the one in Lagos. But we need to know what's happening on the tracks. It's everywhere in the world.
With same incident happening twice in the same spot at Rijana, the minister was taking up on the essence of the patrol vehicles inaugurated some months ago. So what happened to the patrol vehicles we bought?
The patrol vehicles are there, but can they patrol here? Just check your eyes and see if they can patrol.
What was the essence of?
The essence was where the areas you can patrol, at least you can foresaw. We're even thinking about the possibility of even employing natives until we get those equipment. We even need helicopters.
There was another attack at the Gidan train station and community along the routes. Oyinaya Kaluoka, NTA News.
In the meantime, the National Assembly has urged the Nigerian Army and Air Force to carry out a sustained bombardment of terrorist enclave in and around